begins to set. Then the ant, under the control of the flukes, climbs a blade of grass, and the mandible clamps shut on the end, and there the ant waits, or it's actually attached, it can't move because the mandibles have clasped on the grass. The ant waits to be consumed by a grazer, where the lancet life cycle begins all over again. Even stranger, if the ant isn't eaten by the time the sun returns, the ant returns to normal life until the next sunset. Although parasites are part of the curse of sin, the lancet fluke is still a testimony to God's incredible creativity. All right, so here's what happened when I visited the Laniers. First off, they bring me out this, they have out there, at their dinner table, they had a bunch of different, what do you call these, placemats? I never use them, but placemats, I should be using them. And it had the lineage of Adam. Adam, Seth, Enos, Canaan, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, and Noah. And then I told her, did you realize that that is the first gospel message? Or one of the first gospel messages in Noah? She hadn't heard that. And she looks at me and she goes, do you have DVDs? And I said, no, I steal everything I get. I can't make DVDs. But so I was able to tell her that man is appointed mortal sorrow, and she knows Hebrew. And so she was able to confirm the translation of these words. And she never put it together. Man is appointed mortal sorrow, and the blessed God shall come down, teaching that his death shall bring the repenting rest. And I thought that was so cool. Well, then she went back, and then she found out that we were kindred spirits. And so she went out and she brought me a set of DVDs. And I started watching them as I drove home. Well, no, okay. All right. I have a DVD, thank you. I have a DVD player in the van. But you know something? These are lectures. These are lectures. And so I started watching them at home and in the car, because they're 2 hours. She gave me 17 hours of lectures. And so I was so enthralled with this that on the way home, before I even got home, I stopped at Best Buy and bought a DVD burner. And I started burning some. And I actually have some right here. Now, I've already given one because Dennis had... What?
Explain why it's okay that you're making...
Oh, yeah. On the DVDs, it says that it is copyrighted material, but it is okay to make copies and pass them out. So he wants to get it out. In fact, the lectures are actually on the Dr. Dino website. So if you're the type that can sit in front of a computer for 2 hours, you could listen to the DVDs there. But I have 5 of them. And Roxanne, we have talked about dinosaurs. She's asked me questions about dinosaurs, and so you need to take one of, well, yeah, why don't you take them all? Now, here's the point. I want you to walk, I was only, you know, that's 20, that's a set of 5 lectures. That's about 10 hours worth. No. They all stay in the, there's only 5 packs there. I'm sorry. Yeah, you take one pack. They all go together. Let me explain. I'm trying to explain. Keep them all together. There's only 5 people who are going to be blessed today, or a couple. Because here's what I want you to do. I want you to take this set of 5 home, and I want you to watch it. But I don't want you then to put it on your shelf. You either bring it back, or if there is somebody in your life that needs to hear this, then you give it to them. Now some of you are older, you have kids that are in school, and your kids in school are being taught the lie of evolution. They're being taught this. And when you watch these videos, if you're like me, you just get upset. You just get mad with with what is happening in our schools. The government is forcing this lie to be taught to our students, and they're not being scientific. They are keeping lies, actual lies, in textbooks. And when there are state laws that say there cannot be any untruths in textbooks. And so when you watch these things, if you're like me, you're just going to get upset. One of the things that's been very interesting is this, and that is prior to the 1950s, there was information in your typical science textbook, and this is a count of the number of words that were in your textbooks about evolution. And so the average number was about 2,500 up until the 1950s because it was a theory. But all of a sudden it stopped being a theory. And after about 1960, the number of words in our textbooks that our children are given to read are up now about 35,000 words in a textbook, and nothing is stated about the concept of an intelligent design or creation. All right, that you can't even mention it. And teachers are often told that they can't mention it when actually they can. There are interesting laws about that. But the point is, folks, is that these should encourage your heart so much. And so here's the deal. You still have, where are they?
I'm right here.
They're right here. I want somebody to commit to, and then I'll give you 2 weeks. Because in this set, there's 10 hours. There's 10 hours of lectures. Next week, I will have more. But we will put into cycle. But the point is, you either give them away or bring them back and give them to another Barnabas group. Who would like these? Okay? Why don't you know something? Didn't I talk with your sister? Was it your sister or was it your sister? Do you remember who it was who we talked about?
I talked with Dell's sister.
Dell's sister. All right. We talked with your sister. She had a lot of questions about the age of the earth, the evolution, and dinosaurs on the ark. Folks, are you embarrassed about the concept of dinosaurs on the ark? No. Don't be. It makes all kinds of sense. And this will talk about reasons why that's the case. And all the evidence that is not put in our textbooks. They don't allow evidence. That evidence, whenever evidence comes up of dinosaurs and humans together, it goes into some secret vault somewhere in the Smithsonian or some other place because they cannot let that be seen by the public. If they let it be seen by the public, all of this information about evolution, that's going to be false. They'll have to change everything, and that's not so much the issue. The issue is the interesting thing, and I didn't show you the corollary graphs that go along with what happened as they started teaching evolution, is you just look. I mean, crime goes up. Sexual permissiveness goes up. Sexually transmitted diseases go up. People leaving school goes up. I mean, there is just a corollary graph that takes place right here. We're not saying it's cause and effect so much, but the point is, evolution is a dangerous lie. It's a subtle lie, and Satan laughs. Every time in a textbook you see your little kids or grandkids reading stuff that says millions and millions of years ago, the dinosaur... Every time you hear that, it's so funny when you watch this lecture because he goes, millions and millions of years ago. Because it's stated in textbooks like that. And it's like a fairy tale, long ago and far away in the land of... that's what evolution is. But it's treated as science. That's what's scary.